Cancer, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10-card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And I will sum this up in a nutshell. You have life going on so well. The only thing that is blocking any kind of joy and happiness is your little crab, little clippers there holding on to the thoughts of finances and the gold coin. Some of you have literally just come out of life and death situations where you literally have your life in your hands and you're putting your priorities completely on the wrong thing. Even for those of you that did not have life or death situations, life is changing overall. I know you know this, Cancer. It's been happening for a while. And I think this is God's and the universe's way of just breaking that final hold of you from the past on the ability to let go of the material. Remember, you are the moon child, so you are all about spirit. You're not really meant to be dabbling in the material, especially the way that you are this week. It's all in overdrive. It's in like a panic mode, and the narrative is being built inside your head. And I'm not saying that some of you have not been feeling the pinch of the gold coin as well, but I tell you something, Cancer, that's the breaking of the gold coin. God and the universe do not want you to have that attachment. They want you to have the gratitude in the right direction of the spirit and the heart. Let me get into why I'm saying it, because that's where all the new stuff happens. And also that's where the footing for you to really firmly believe that the confidence that everything that you have set up for family and the people that you love is really in a steady place. That's kind of what's rocked your world, and you're living in bad old habits. And again, I'm not saying that some of you aren't seeing some Harry McGarry, but some of you are literally just seeing new life, okay, out of a death situation. So let's put our priorities in the right place. I hate to be the universal bitch slap, but that's what I'm going to be, because it's a really good reading if we could just get out of that mindset, okay? All right? Because you guys rule the gold coin in part as zodiac signs. So you're always going to get hit with these kind of money, kind of tangles of spirit against, because you don't like to dabble in there. You don't even want to deal with the money, but it becomes like an overall overdrive, like I said, in your heart, in your head. And this week it needs to break. Let's get into why I'm saying it. So that first card placement is the significator, the general gist of the overall reading. And the Page of Wands is youthful energy to explore in new directions for the creative. All right. I know a lot of you have been like taking stuff that you've done for the past and moving it into the future. You're getting really excited about it. You kind of like make 3 steps forward and then you feel like you're going 4 steps back. But that's also just in your own mindset and the circumstances of life. The more stubborn that you try to fight the universal change, the more stubborn the universe is going to fight back to you, okay? Because that's just physics, all right? And I can see how it's taking a toll on you. All right, so we just need to stop that narrative, because that first card placement, like I said, we're ready to take off in new directions. But the 7th card placement is ourself, how we're feeling about ourselves. And the 5 of Pentacles is a good luck in the area of the material, including the gold coin, family, home, relationship, work, community, our bodies, all important areas for the Cancer as well. But the thing about the 5, to get the good luck, is we need to get over the thinking of feeling ashamed, like I haven't accomplished enough, or I'm not moving ahead fast enough, things are not working out the way I want. Again, that's all part of the breaking. The more stubborn you are not to see the new direction and appreciate it and go for it and hold on to the past, the heart of this is, because the ironic part of this card is all our pentacles, all the things that we want are right behind us, but we're like not looking at it. We're just walking in the opposite direction. We're coming out of Shadowland, that Moonland that you also rule as well. But it's an internal narrative that we're talking about ourselves and we're depleting literally our spirit. So I don't really want to play with that. And I just think it's getting reinforced where Cancer also rules the past, all right? So in a crossing card, which is not allowing the Page of Wands to kind of take off in this new energy, is the 6 of Cups. It's a celebratory state in the area of the heart, but in tarot, it means nostalgia, looking back. So when a Cancer looks back, it's like a double look back. It's like really look backing. And with the combination of the 5 here, it's like we could get caught up in it. And I'm going to just bounce around again, especially because it's sitting on that 4th placement, where I like it's the base of the matter in the 10-card spread, but I like to say the gut feeling of what we're doing. And we've got this guy, the King of Pentacles, is the king of the gold coin. And his only purpose in tarot is to remind us that we're being a cheapskate in our mind, our heart, and our money. Okay. And again, I'm not saying that there's not a pinch to the pocketbook. Some of you might feel it's a really extreme, but again, you feel it's a really extreme, and maybe it's not as extreme as you think it is. Okay. That's the thing about the dilemma of Cancer. I hate to just put it that way, because you have that emotional energy and it gets built into the material, and it's just sometimes it doesn't mix. So that's this guy right here. And again, with the combination, the two cards in the tarot deck that mean like shameful feeling or tightness of the pocketbook, a whole combination of not nice stuff, the King and the Five of Pentacles. So I need you to remove this guy as well, because he has absolutely no purpose. And God gives us the validation of what you should focus on this week to get you out of this kind of funky magunky thinking. The third card placement is God's placement to me and how to navigate the week. And the Ten of Pentacles is the happily ever after in family and home. All right. In Pentacles domain, relationship, work, community, the body, all the material stuff, right? But for Cancer, it would be about home and family. And the things that, and the people that you consider family, even that might not be blood, right? Okay. All those things you love about it. It's a happily ever after in this domain. And it's indicator to me, and when it appears in a reading, that you are achieving what you've always wanted about family. So let's say really hard stuff happened, but it brought you all closer together. It brought you closer together with the people that you really cared about. You were allowed to be vulnerable and be supported, and you were able to support other people. That's how you get to the 10. So I want you to focus that this week, because that's where the answer is. That's where your heart lies anyway, Cancer. You've done this. It definitely doesn't lie with this guy or that shameful thinking. And I just think a lot of it is coming out of that new turn on the wheel for you, that you know life is happening. And again, in the fifth card placement is the Death card. It's a major arcana. And I know some of you literally have had life and death situations going on with yourself and other people that you really care about. It's new life everywhere, no matter what. So it's in the past reflection, so I don't want you lingering there. Like, especially next to that Six of Cups of nostalgia, we could linger too long with that card. That's the downfall of it. And usually when it appears, it's usually the downfall. It's like we're just woeing, like, oh, why can't life be like it was? Well, it's not. Sometimes you can't design what you have to deal with, but you could definitely design how you respond to it. And God's telling you, you've got an awful lot, Cancer. Look at where you really need to be grateful. Don't look at the glass half empty, especially in the material, but look at where the love and the spirit and the family and relationships that have really been enhanced because of those tough times. And, you know, it's so funny because you're coming out of that new life and God's giving you the new reward of the 6 in the current placement. The King of Wands is the charmer, the Rico Suave. He's advertising, marketing, promotion, PR in that domain of where we have to launch our ideas. So again, with the Page of Wands, he can take that youthful energy and combine it with a real know-how and expertise in the area of business. But if you're dealing with anybody that's been shady McGady in the area of the heart or the pocketbook, and I'll also say this, just because it's in your reading, don't you become the King of Wands because of these influences, okay? That's the problem with these kind of negative thinking. It affects our thinking, it affects our actions, it affects our attitudes, our approach. And this guy is not cool, so don't be somebody that flips in and out and be non-emotional. Give your heart, or don't be any kind of shady McGady, which I don't think would happen in a Cancer. But just because he's appearing here, I just need to cover the whole domain of this guy because he's got a lot going on. So take the good exalted state of his energy and kick yourself, especially even in a social way. He'll help you be like the everyone loves the King of Wands. Everyone wants to be around him. He's really fun, okay? So take his energy and replace it with that 7th card placement of self, okay? And again, the ironic part is there's money there, but you're just not looking at it, okay? That's the hint. I've been there, so I know, all right? And how other people look at you. Maybe here's another clue sitting on there. Maybe you need to ask and be a little vulnerable and stoke new ideas or ask for help in areas like to start a new idea or to get something moving in the area of the Pentacles, right? That's how other people look at you. They see you as someone in that Ace of Pentacles, that upsurge of youthful energy, bringing excitement. Again, combined with the King, how could you go wrong with selling anything that you've got going on, right? Or bring a fresh step to you or a fresh refresh to you going out in life again, right? Okay, whatever it is, getting a new haircut, buying a little outfit, you know, whatever. treating yourself well in what you're eating, your attitude. Again, it all starts in your mindset. So whatever starts there, my little Cancer friends, make it good, okay? And don't make it cheesy with this guy. And 9, and you know this, okay? I'm not telling you anything new. I don't think in the 9th position is hopes and fears, is the 4 of Swords, is the firm foundation to believe in you and to build on that structure and that foundation that you have built on your identity, your character, your ethics. Part of the reason I think you got to the 10 of Pentacles and that happily ever after and family, some of the people and situations in your life had to go by the wayside because they no longer suited what you was for your betterment, okay? And that's never easy for a Cancer, but it's all done now, and it's made you and changed you from a different person. Again, seeing life and death in some of your instances is going to really make you shake your shit up, right? And make you appreciate what's really important. And that's what's going on here. All right. So believe in yourself. Do not be afraid of the new foundation that's being built. It gives you a chance to design something. You guys are great at that. So really don't be afraid of it, because the hard stuff is leaving you now. We're going into a new domain. And again, I could just see another aspect of how hard you're being on yourself. And the outcome card is the Empress, which is another reflection of the mama, right? In Mother Earth too. It would be a reflection of Cancer as that. So but the Empress is a major arcana, and it needs to be nurturing energy to you and to the people around you. But the downside of the Empress is sometimes, hey, it's like Mother Earth. I could be spring and summer, all happy and go lucky. And other times I'm like the frozen tundra of winter. All right, I don't want to engage. I can be the downside of the King of Wands, all that kind of non-bummer state that a Cancer doesn't really live well. You like warm tropical waters. You're a little crab. You like to be coming out of the sand, get your sun, going back in the water, get a refresh. And that's the Empress, is cut yourself some slack. Especially if you're a parent in any way or taking care of people, cut yourself some slack. I think that's part of the tightness that you're feeling with the King of Pentacles and the 5. Like, I can't do enough. I want to do more in the material way. That's not what builds family and relationships in a deep level. It's love and having you around, having you being there happy, and being that loony kind of toony kind of Cancer that you're known for. You guys, when your sense of humor and you're happy and your joy is not based on the material, magic happens. And I know you know this, and this is validated too in the bonus card. I'm sticking with it, okay? And it's a strength card. It's a major arcana. It means that you have in the modern day tarot the multitasking of anything. You can handle anything, right? And that's what you've been doing. You've been handling everything for so long. But the way that really manifests, my friends, and you know this, is the minute your mind gets in a negative viewpoint, like the King of Pentacles or this 5 of Pentacles, you're sunk. Okay, so you need to keep it on the positive of the 10, the fresh energy of the page, and the insight that you have in your ability to maneuver through anything. All right, you've already been through the really tough stuff. We're getting through it all. So we're going into that rebirth. And that's the manifestation of the strength card. It's mastery of thought. And really, honestly, that's all tarot really is all about. How do we go through life lessons and navigate stuff so we're always in the best frame of mind, realizing that everything's for our betterment, is even as tough as it is, because it brings certain rewards. And I know you see that in that 10 of Pentacles. So let's take that spiritual chiropractor adjustment and just get into the right mood set, kick the king to the curb, and focus on heart and spirit this week. That's all you need to do. And that appreciation of everything that you've worked so hard to get into place, it's here, okay? And that is the gold. Have a good week, and if you're so inclined to like or subscribe, it has been so great to have everyone's support and love and thanks, and so much. Thank you.